script or
Yeah, this
not
is
in
a
the
Broken
script?
Doll, which was about a girl with a hunchback. Broken Doll. And then the hump came off later. And, she wasn't a broken doll anymore. That was live action, and from there we found it, you know, we were like this traveling group, like, hey, there's a place called Intersound.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I met Carl.
That's where we did Robotech.
And that's where we did Robotech.
Woo! Robotech and a whole bunch
Remember
of other
Robotech?
Love Robotech.
Yeah. A lot of people hate that one, because it was breaking the rules, but.
It did, but it was very unique that it did that.
If it didn't, I don't think anime would have come here.
And sometimes
when
the
it
plot
did.
makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't.
Totally.
It's so great.
Yeah. I mean, the three things, there's no continuity with the three parts. I'm still wondering where my shoes went or something. I know that I ran away without my shoes on one season and never came back. Something like that. But, yeah, we started as a family, basically. We met when we were like in our late 20s, 30s. It's amazing how long we've known each other and how many weddings we've been to and baby births and funerals. Carl recently. And yeah, and then Carl came in with Akira, which we worked on, and Vampire Hunter D, and Daria was another one that I did. I'd love to know where all of them went. And then we found out about Saban, and they started doing stuff, and we went to another place and joined forces with them. And I think they started with Hanna-Barbera as music guys. And they got into cartoons, and boy, the rest was history.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was better than waiting tables, and I never thought of it as a career that I would be doing forever, but it was so much fun. And even though the money wasn't that great, it was still not waiting tables, and it was doing your craft. We were working with really, I mean, the people that do anime are so talented as actors, because, you know, it takes a certain kind of personality, and we're all nuts.
It takes an eye and a
We're all
mouth.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially the writers. Many quarts of Southern Comfort went down my gullet after writing, because it's such a grueling, staring at the TV screen.
Blaming it on the rain.
10 hours a day, and then getting things to lip sync right, waiting for time codes, figuring out time codes, jogging the film back and forth, frame by frame, so you get the time code. And at the end of the day, if you've written 5 minutes of cartoon, it's a pretty good day. Translates out into I don't know how many pages. It depends how big you write.
Plus they have plosives and.
Yeah. I don't know where all the lip flaps are on the M's and your P's and your B's and your, those are plosives and your open mouth and closed mouth and all that.
I tried it like once, and I said, I can't do this. This is not gonna do. You can't make. Yes.
Do you know if, when they started filming a lot more original stuff in America, did they actually get the original costumes from Japan that they reproduced in the States?
Well, Zedd was an American character originally. As far as the monsters,
Rita's was from Japan first. I think they may have made another one when they got Carla to do it, and
the new monsters were all American.
Yeah.
I think.
All the monsters they did in
I think it
the
was
States.
a combination. They got whatever they could from Japan.
I think in the, in the beginning footage, the Power Rangers that you see, I think it was the Japanese footage. I did, I think they probably got regular, because they didn't know who the actors were that were going to play them until they cast them. So they had to have them fit that person. Yeah. And if you look at the Japanese footage, they're Japanese people and they're smaller and thinner. You know, a lot of the kids are bulkier here.
And then the Yellow Ranger's man.
That too. No styrofoam on that guy. or on Tui either.
They have the editing of that footage, because I've seen the first episode
Uh-huh.
of the Japanese version of the show, and like Bandra's palace comes down to earth in the first episode. That doesn't happen until the very end of the first season of Power Rangers. Just the way they managed to split up that footage and just start the story.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of imagination that goes into being able to transfer that kind of concept from one, you know, country with different language to another.
It's a lot like Broken Back.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Kevin Over worked on Power Rangers.
yes, he did,
Yes.
yeah. And I think he's working on it now. I think he's doing stuff in New Zealand. He's writing scripts.
Yeah, he's back on the show.
Yeah. I would love it. Rita became a good guy though, right? She became
Yeah,
a mystic mother.
At the end of like a huge arc after Zedd's, after Zordon sacrificing himself to spread the goodness across the galaxy.
Yeah, Lord
No, Rita and Zedd both become good.
They start dancing. I love this.
Yeah.
We drove away. in
So
the
how could they
ambulance.
come back? They'd have to have some logical, you know, they didn't, you know, something terrible happened and they became evil again.
Watch the show now.
Oh, you can make any kind of
Right,
backstory
right.
you want on it, but they could come back evil.
I was hoping that there would be some
They drove-
write-ins and
they
say,
drove
we
through
want
the
them back.
evil.
But they would cast it in New Zealand because that's probably. I did Fraggle Rock and I was hoping the cartoon, not the puppets and Canada. But I was hoping that would come back and I would do that. I would love to do Red Fraggle again. That was a great character. I love a lot of my characters, you too.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
like any of them.
Some I got very comfortable with.
Do any of you want to be voice actors?
I've thought about it.
Fun. You thought about it?
Yeah. I want to do it, but I've heard it's very hard to break into. So, like, I'm trying to get something I can start off and then try to maybe break into it on the side.
If it's not something that doesn't pull at you and, you know, make you crazy.
Like, I want to do it. I've actually been doing practicing at home
Mm-hmm.
and fooling around with like,
Yeah.
stuff on the computer. So,
Well, there's a lot of work out there and, you know, now with the new reality of computer, you know,
Yeah,
work, you can get these sites where they have, looking for this voice or that voice, you know, you never know.
there's a lot of websites that have this work I call industrial work, which are voiceovers for industrial films and tapes that are informational in genre, the informational genre. Very
Everybody,
technical stuff.
it's
They
kind
need
of
voices to do that.
important to have your own setup at home now too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have something, I don't have a sound booth. Do you have it set up that you can do?
I have an MP3 recorder. Luckily, I have good acoustics in the house. It's very quiet.
We have an airport near
Oh,
us, so
yeah,
it's
that makes it
crazy.
tough.
That's like,
Yeah.
I'm there for like an hour just trying to get the little block of
Yeah.
quiet. But I should have a sound studio too, because at this point, what's happening is everything's in-house. I got an audition recently where they said, and if you get it, we need you to record it from home. And I did that with a Bausch and Lomb commercial, and I used my own equipment. And they said it was fine for the web, but it's touch and go. You really need to invest, and most people who want to do that for a living will probably have to do that too. Get your own little
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Set up.
do.
And I went to sweetwater.com, and they have pretty good deals on stuff. In when I do my next Q&A, I'm gonna, if any voice people wanna work with copy and stuff, I'm gonna bring some copy in. So,
I have that with me now.
yeah,
I do a panel called Voiceover, Lord Says Voiceover 101. I don't know if they have any schedules for it here. That I bring copy and give it to you guys to read, and I coach you through it.
let me tell you, that was terrible, do it again.
Well, I give very positive feedback. What did you do right? How would you make it better? That sort of stuff. It's very safe.
I'm safe too.
Another question?
Yes.
I've got a question for Robert.
Yeah.
What was it like working for Digimon?
Oh, Digimon was a lot of pressure. Jeff Nimoy was the director, and he was very demanding, but a nice guy, and he wanted certain things that were he was pretty clear on what he was looking for, and so he's a good communicator. But I did Armadillo Man, and that was cool. Armadillo Man didn't have a lot of lines, but he was in the show a lot. He was a man of few words. Armadillo Man, Digivolve 2. And then I was lucky enough to get Wizardmon, who was a well-remembered character. And I put a lot of heart into that character. He was only there for 4 episodes, but he made such a great impression. Every con I go to, it's, oh, Wizardmon, Wizardmon? And it's, I have a little doll.
Did he get in the movie by any chance?
I got in the movie, yeah. Armadillo Man got in the movie. I was lucky enough to get in the movie.
That was Keiko's mom. Keiko? Does that anyone know who that was?
This was it, man. There it is. A fan gave me this.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So I set that up in my, when I do autographs.
Armadillo. That's
Armadillo Man, Digivolve 2. So, yeah, it was a good show to work on. I did about 26 episodes, I think.
you had another question?
I just wanted to praise Robert on his job for Wizardmon. You know,
Oh, thank you.
last episode where Wizardmon went down, I just
Yeah.
bawled for days after that. I love
Yeah.
him so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is for you, Barbara. I'm a big World of Warcraft player, and I read that you've done a few voiceovers for some of the bosses there. What was that experience like there, working with Blizzard?
Oh, they were wonderful, really. Sadly, Bridget Berdine got hit by a car. This Bridget, do you know Bridget?
What's the last?
Berdine,
Bridget? Oh, yeah.
hit and run.
Yeah.
That was a big tragedy over the summer. And I'm still reeling. I'm still very upset about it. Well, I'll always be upset about it. And well, they tried to find out who did it, but she would direct me. Or before that, it was somewhere else. I think it was back when they were in Orange County. It was great. I mean, they're wonderful people. Again, some of their pay, again, they make a lot more than we do. But I love doing games. Games are fun, you know, because, again, it's another acting format. It's hard because you have to do that, you know, all right, we want you to scream 3 different, you know, we want 3 screams of, and then louder, and then you have to do that like 20 times with each phrase, and you've done it.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, this is a lot. It really is, speaking of throat ripping, you know, they wanted 3 different sizes, medium, small, medium, large, screaming, so that you can hit it and get the whichever one you choose, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lady Vosh was fun. I'm not a game. I don't watch them. Did you play the games?
Yes. I've been playing them for like 5 years now. I've been playing that game.
I know I'm a Vrykul warrior or something. There's a bunch of other things I've done, but because I don't get to see it afterwards, I'm curious. I did like that Lady Vosh. I did see what she looked like. She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Since you played the heart of the game and in the anime, would you say there was any difference between playing that character from one format to another?
Well, anime is dubbing, and gaming is not. It's just script. It's like doing original animation.
So it was more free than the game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes and no, because it has to be a certain amount of time. You know, they'll say that you have to get that line done in a shorter amount of time. And again, it's tedious, and the games are more tedious because you have to do that. You know, it's like, you know, whereas a script is a story, and you have a story, and it has a beginning, middle, and end. So, you know, we'd go back after doing certain horror things. It's easier work on some levels, and it's not as rewarding on other levels because you're not doing the continuity. You know, you don't. I'd rather see this, you know, this film in front of me where I'm seeing the other people I'm playing with, even if they're not voiced yet, and act to that than just a script with nothing, just doing the lines. There's nothing because it's not done yet.
This guy actually doesn't run the game, just the character functions, so there's
Yeah.
you can't see the
Right, right. Well, he had mouth flaps on the show, yeah. So I'd rather do that. Yeah.
Another question?
You got room for one more, two more?
Yeah.
Going back to wanting to get into voice acting, I come from an acting background. I find in the past that this was like a hit and miss with some like casting directors. They weren't very patient with the people who voice less of dry leads. I get that with the dry audition, how many weeks to get that.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a huge handicap when you be a voice actor, or are there people who will be able to kind of say, can I leave this as a artist?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely, and it's also how you come across. If you come across, listen, this is what I need to give you what you need.
Yeah.
And you don't put any you don't have any reason to have an apology in your voice about it, or any, you know, I'm sorry, this is a problem. Don't do any of that. Just say, this is something I want to, you know, I have this thing, and this is how I need to work for you the best way I can do it. So this is how we're going to do it, okay?
I like the way you worded it, the exact words, like, this is what I need to do in the movie.
Exactly.
15 years to finally hear that. Now I know what to say.
Yeah, that's a great little bit.
Absolutely, because basically they don't care. They just want the product. They want what they want. So this is what I need to give you what you need. And it's the truth, and it's not arrogant, and it's all how you know, there is that fine line of not being too cocky or arrogant, but being confident.
As far as an audition is concerned, you can get to an audition as early as you want to. If you're given a time, 1 o'clock is your audition time, you get there at 12:30 or 12:15, and take 45 minutes to look at the material. And don't sign in on the sign-in sheet until you're ready.
Right. And most people will accommodate you if you say, this is what I need to do, you know. And don't say you're ready when you're not ready.
Yeah.
Don't be nice guy.
Yeah.
Do the job.
Right.
Yeah.
One more question?
I think we're out of time. Or no, maybe we're
I
not.
got 2 minutes left.
Yes.
In regards to recording voices in studios, how does that work when they need a voice? Say for a character for a studio Do you have like an agent that handles, the communication between the studio and yourself?
Many different ways. I have an agent, Robert has an agent.
Yeah,
We get copy in, we get called from our agency, got an audition for you, go in the booth at the agency, or we record it at home and send it to them. Then sometimes they say, we have an audition for you, you need to go to so-and-so casting and audition. Then there's stuff we get on our own, which we either do at home or we go to where they want us to go. And sometimes if we get it on our own, it's without our agent, so, you know, and the money's not even that great, so they don't get commission on that. So, is that basically?
lately it's been for me recorded home. My agent will send me the copy and do it at home and send it back to her, rather than going into her office. That's just like,
And I prefer to go into the office because I like a third, you know, another ear listening.
she does offer, my agent does offer, if you can't do it at home, you can come in and
Yeah,
do it.
but, I mean, that's becoming a thing of the past, which I don't like, because I do like having somebody say, you know, Barbara, I like what you did, do that, but do this, you know, you want to do this in the
Yeah.
middle different. You know.
Okay, well,
I think we're done?
I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, for braving the walk in the rain.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture of those people?
Absolutely.
Sure.